Greetings, Tecmo Super Bowl fans. This is Trojan joined in the booth again by Ryan11P. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. Excited to be calling games with you.
Hey, this is a lot of fun. Today we have Prime in the losers bracket against Suicideking81. Cowboys, Jets. Pretty common matchup. I actually really enjoy this one. Let's get it going. This is an elimination game for both players. Looks like Suicide King is going to take the opening kickoff.
So both players, good online reputations. Prime is newer to online Tecmo, but he's very good. And Suicide King, Louisiana guy, runs a lot of the stuff down there. So very evenly situated game here. Prime should be able to out-tap him, though.
Dive play here to Blair Thomas. Is able to clear the line and out past the 35-yard line. Gerald actually made the trip up to Green Bay. We held the tournament for him. He had a work thing about an hour's drive away, and one of the nicest guys I ever met. It was a lot of fun to have him. He actually won the tournament we did back in November of 2015.
Suicide King is one of the best people I've ever met from the online community. I consider him a good friend. He's an absolutely awesome guy. So, I can't say enough good things about him.
Gerald tries to bounce this one to the outside, and nothing doing there. Nice defense by Prime. Run 3 coming in here. And having played both these guys, I don't know who's got the tap advantage. I'd say possibly Gerald.
I disagree. I think Prime taps faster than Gerald, for sure. We'll have to wait.
And you were correct, 12-9. Might be why we've seen something of an offset eye formation. That little blocker advantage helps a lot when you're going against someone that can out-tap you. And back to an offset eye formation here. Hendricks again gets him in the hole, so he finally finds that spacing, and now we have 4th and 6 coming up here for Suicide King.
This offset eye playbook with the Jets against Dallas is the smartest thing that you could do because they don't really have the linebackers to kind of be able to stop it from that position.
And Gerald unable to break away there with bouncing it to the outside. Hendricks having that play sniffed out. I wasn't sure if that's the right play call there. I know Gerald loves his inside runs there, and Bird blowing up that play, getting help, and 2nd down and 10 coming up. Going with Washington here, bottom safety, which is pretty safe against that formation, which in this case Prime has only the one. You can tell what's coming there with the formation. Nice play to Smith there. Splits the defenders down to the 20, to the 15, and down to the 13-yard line. Emmitt Smith looking good so far. Here is Prime, pro set formation. Pass 3 here. No, I'm sorry, pass 1 rather.
Prime's playbook for this game is super interesting to me just because he doesn't necessarily have all the plays that match up. It's kind of weird for me. Like, typically Prime has that offset eye play for the pass 2, and that's like one of his bread and butter plays. So him not having that play is kind of, just kind of like a weird thing for me to see him without that play.
I wonder if he had something of a mental error at the time that led to that. I'm not sure. I've done that in tournament play before where you thought you were good and even you had a couple beers. Something to distract you. Maybe a kid was pulling on your hair for online Tecmo. But ends up having to settle here for 3. So Prime with the early lead, 3-0. And my apologies on that play call there. It looked a lot like that. I didn't realize he didn't have that matching play there in pass 2. I'm used to seeing the pro set pass 3. And then again, wrong with the pass 1 because you usually see that pro T where the running back comes up and then you have the wide receiver 1 going deep, so he didn't have that in his book either. And now we have Holt on the bottom doing his best Nas impression. Can't get the dive going there. Prime gets bumped off, and Suicide King with a nice run there.
Yeah, Suicide King is giving him problems early with the run. That's for sure. So just in case, and just a little bit of background on Prime, if you get a chance, thank him. He's a veteran. So.
I'm actually able to help him out get his router situation figured out. So if his connection is a little more stable, we have ways to help you out. In this online community, we can tell you what to buy. We can help you configure your router so that things work better.
Yeah, we have some computer geniuses in the community, that's for sure.
Most of the games I play now have little to no lag with people in the States now. So as far as any perceivable delay, it's a quite enjoyable experience playing online. If you want to know what that's like, how to be part of it, let us know in the comments. We'll get you connected to our community. And now we've got a throw here to Rob Moore. Diving attempt is incomplete. Multiple defenders there. And now we have a pro set formation. Sticking with Holt. Looks like pass 3 here. Goes up to Al Toon, the Wisconsin Badger, and it is incomplete, deflected by Hendricks.
Talked about this in previous games with the Jets, but O'Brien is such a weird scenario to use. There's nobody like him in the game. He's 56 pass speed, and he's 50 pass control. And he's the only person in the game that has that combination.
Hector in good condition here with a nice bounce outside down to the 27-yard line. Suicide King, most of the damage seems to be through the ground, like you alluded before, offside I formation now, and we have a called nice arrow trick, overthrown. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Well, that's just it. Dallas doesn't really have the ability to. Interceptions are unlikely versus O'Brien, but it's the opposite with the Jets. Troy Aikman's 44 PC, and you got McMillan standing back there, 63 INT. So again, the Jets have an advantage in that regard.
We have pass 1 here. Ryan holding onto the ball, throwing it to Toon in the back of the end zone, over his head, incomplete. Just too close to the end line there. And now going forward is Suicide King pro set formation here. Going with Del Rio there. Burn route to the bottom. Rob Moore with the catch. Down to the 1-yard line, inside the 1. First and goal for Suicide King. That's one of your favorite deliveries, isn't it?
Burn routing to the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I have the right matchup, I'll definitely do it. That was like borderline late. That was like almost lucky that he caught it, But yeah, I don't do it from that play. But yeah, I like burnouts to the bottom, especially if you're content on being up there at the top.
I've seen Justin Peters use that play a lot. Nice run there, Suicide King. Getting in with Hector. Without called plays there, it's hard to get stops that close to the goal line when you have runners in good condition. And now we have Norton rushing this. No animation. And we're looking at 3-7 here, Suicide King, with the lead late in the second quarter. 47 seconds remaining. Probably be close to 20 seconds remaining once this play is done here if he goes out of bounds. And exactly 20 seconds here.
So expect pass 4 or pass 3 right now because you got to get it to Novacek. That's what I would be thinking.
A little more breathing room for maneuvering back there. Not a bad idea. And we see Bird coming in. Now he's going back out. He bumped. Now he's got to dodge defenders. Forces the issue. Nice job there by Gerald. I think he called that one of our last broadcasts about how to do that. I think it was actually Dennis Bird who also did it in that case. The ball is intercepted, closes out the half, and now Suicide King will give Prime another shot here as he takes the first possession of the second half. And can you explain why Walt would be in there as a return man?
Well, because the kick return speed is dictated by your 5th offensive lineman. So I guess that would be the right tackle. And so typically what you want to do on kickoff return is you just want to put somebody that has a little bit of hit power and high ball control. Because it doesn't matter what his speed is.
So I didn't see Novacek's condition. Is there any reason why Novacek shouldn't be the guy back there with his 69 hitting power?
I mean, I don't know if it's I'm kind of weird about that too. I don't like to put starters, like guys that I rely on in the game, at those positions. Just because I think, I don't know, I feel like, it could affect their condition. I don't know. That's like a complete, like, superstition out of me. Maybe he has the same thing. Same feelings on it. I just don't want, like, a weird condition change because he's getting jacked up on a kick return. I don't even know if that's, like, real, but I don't even use Okoye if I'm the Chiefs at kick returner. It's weird. I don't know why.
7 yards on first down there for Smith. Nice run here. Dodging a defender and out to the... Well, he's still going here. We got out to the 32-yard line. We had that conversation in a similar situation in another video, and another player kind of in the same mindset. And Brewdog, who we've kind of... he's like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but as it comes to Tecmo, seems to be the authority on the nuts and bolts, has decompiled everything, and he said there's nothing to it. So, but sometimes belief is more important than what the numbers say.
Well, if Brewdog says it, then I'll change my opinion. Like, yeah, then there's no reason you should have no check there because Brewdog said it. It's like, wow. The guy knows everything about the game. He's reverse engineered Super Tecmo Bowl. It's crazy.
I certainly wouldn't bet against his predictions. And now we have a jumping pick there. You kind of called it before with the 44 pass control against McMillan of all players.
Now, see, to put Tony Eason in is not that bad of it's not that big of a deal, really. It's not that bad of an exchange because I'm telling you, O'Brien with the 56 pass speed, he's kind of weird sometimes. Like, the JJs are going to be less. That 56 pass speed, he's the only guy in the game with that. So, if Eason goes in a good, he's kind of, pass speed wise, he's kind of the better guy.
Well, he'll certainly be faster on the ground there with that rushing speed. And the max speed should be higher there in that good condition. So we now have a single back formation here, and trying to pull an awesome impression again, not working for Prime, and Hector has the first down. Bring it back to the inside. I know he's probably just trying to get some more yards there with the 7-3 lead. Would you like to see him go out of bounds instead of trying to cut that back inside?
Yeah, there's no reason for him to stay to cut that. I mean, he could just get out of bounds and get his yards. That's a hard lesson to learn sometimes, though. You know, you see, no little number over the defender's head, and you kind of get big eyes, and you're like, oh man, I could score on this play, but it's not worth it most of the time.
Unfortunate incompletion. They're wide open to wide receiver 2 down below on pass 4, and we have a new down here. So we've got Eason a little bit faster on the ground now, near the first down marker, and he has it first down, Jets. So Suicide King winding down this third quarter. I see here Prime already starting to call time. Or I'm sorry, it looked like he was going to call time, and then decided to let it go.
And Suicide King is very good at running with his quarterback and scrambling and, drawing you to the deeper routes and then running. He's very comfortable doing that. He does it a lot. It's kind of a cornerstone of his game.
Eason remaining in good condition. McNeil is in good to an average. Rob Moore is in good. And Boyer is in average. A little more speed on the field with Thomas and just enough hitting power. Just to see what he decides to do here.
That lineup right there is actually, putting Thomas at the bottom anyways. He has 31. He's 31 reception, so he's the better guy. And McNeil has better reception than him, I think.
Eason getting gobbled up there by the drones there. It looked like he might have had a little bit of an angle to come up top there, but the drones doing work there. And I think, see that Suicide King would like to go down to wide receiver 2 there on that play. But that drone is just sitting deep and not covering anyone underneath, and so there's not that lane there to throw that pass. Suicide
King is definitely a burn route guy. That was a really good run after the catch. And then just so, you know, because it was going to bother me, Freeman McNeil is the 25 reception, so Blair Thomas is better than him all day long, unless there's a condition change.
Jukes it back inside, tries to get him to overcommit, and now second and goal from the 3. Covered catch to the top. Al Toon, the Wisconsin graduate, from Tony Eason, and this is putting this game here at a 2-score differential here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Prime's going to have to really push the pace on this next possession, and that's going to be hard against McMillan and the secondary of the Jets.
The good news for Prime is if he does score, being player 1, the chances of getting onside kick are better if you decide to go that route as opposed to playing maybe some defense. But you got to score quick if you want to have any chance of playing a defensive stand.
So expect this to be bomb to Novacek.
And Scott Merzrow takes him down. I don't think that's how he wanted to start this possession, but I don't. Maybe he thought that would take less time than running out of bounds if he didn't like the pattern he had. And this is the one thing you see when people will call pass. It's almost guaranteed you get some yards on the ground in situations like this because people are going to take outside defenders with higher stats there. And now we'll see if he can get a receiver down the field here. Goes to Highsmith underneath. Dinkin and Duncan, you need 2 scores here. Pretty soon you just have to start throwing it up.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, he just doesn't have time to play more conservative right now.
Crazy comeback there, Martin, with the diving comeback. I don't even know if I've ever seen that happen in Tecmo before.
I've never seen that happen.
Well, there's a first. We'll have to point that out to the community. I think they'll enjoy that. For those of you in the comments, if you could timestamp that for us, we appreciate it. Kyle Clifton here with the sack here. Definitely out of the realm of being able to do a traditional defensive stand if he does get a touchdown here. Just diving the drone here. Down to Kelvin Martin. Can't make the covered catch. 3rd down and 12. 49 seconds remaining. Shotgun formation. Got to go to the end zone here. Throws down to Novacek. And it is intercepted by Kyle Clifton. Pass control, pass control, pass control. And that's the tune of this one. And now we see Johnny Hector with the ball right through the middle here. This is Gerald's favorite play, that dive to, and we're going to see time winding down here. Not really anything that Prime can do here.
No, it was just Gerald did such a good job of clock management that he just didn't give Prime a lot of opportunity.
Here we see a fumble, and regardless of what happens here, the game is decided here. So Suicide King taking the victory, moving on in the loser's bracket over Prime, who was the higher seed and the host in this one, 14-3, and Prime will be eliminated as a result of this one. The story of the game here, I think, is the 3 interceptions here by, I know one of them came at the end of the half, but 2 of them, and that's potentially 7 points on each one of those, including near the end of the game there. So just unable to convert and get points on the board.
Yeah, and then the other thing is just time control. Clock management by Suicide King really made this game difficult to win for Prime.
Well, Suicide King moves on here, and we'd like to thank you both for participating in the tournament and submitting your game to us for this commentary. If you like this video and the commentary, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give us a thumbs down. Let us know what you thought about this in the comments section below. And if you want to get connected to our community, hit that subscribe button, and we'll get you fed with more of these videos. And then also just leave a message in the comments, and we'll get you connected to our community if you want to play some online Tecmo. So thanks for joining us today. For Ryan11P, this is Trojan1979 signing off. We'll catch you next time on GBLAN Online Tecmo.